A very warm welcome to the class, children. Today we are going to do the practice book of our unit 4, the describing words, and the page number is 23. Okay, so along with me you can also do, so I will be just explaining you. I think you can see the book here, unit 4, describing words. So worksheet 1, match the following pictures with their descriptions. So something is described here, and by seeing the pictures we have to do the matching. So a fat boy, two boys, a happy boy, a tall boy, a thin boy. So in this, a fat boy, you can see a fat boy. So here, so this you have to match it here. Two boys, where you can find two boys? Here, right? A happy boy, you can see mostly everybody happy here, but I think this boy is more happy, right? Yes, you can see here this boy is very happy. A tall boy means yes, he is a tall boy. And finally a thin boy, he is looking very thin. So the words happy, tall, fat, and to tell us something about the naming word boy. Here everywhere you can see boy. Boy is a naming word, right? It's a noun. And the boy is described in many ways, right? So it's described as a fat boy, two boys, happy boy, tall boy, thin boy. These all, right? So you have to remember the words that describe or tell something about a naming word, noun or a noun are called describing words. That is what we have learnt in the last 4 topics, the types of adjectives. We were talking about the describing words only. That is, they are called adjectives, children. Okay. Now, I have come to the next page. If you see here, that's page number 24. You can see, read the following. You can see it. Am I clear? Yes. Aladdin was a poor boy. He lived in a small hut. One day, he found a magic lamp. Some words are highlighted here, children. That is a poor boy, then a small hut, a magic lamp. Okay, just excuse me. Yeah. So Aladdin was a poor boy, small hut, magic lamp. Boy, here boy is a noun. Poor boy. What kind of boy? Poor boy. Okay, it comes under a adjective of quality also. Small hut, adjective of quantity. And he found a magic lamp. What kind of lamp? Magic lamp. What kind of hut? Small hut. So Aladdin was a poor boy. What kind of a boy? Poor boy. He lived in a small hut. What kind of hut? Small hut. One day he found a magic lamp. What kind of lamp? Magic. So the words poor, small, magic tell us something about the nouns Aladdin, hut, and lamp respectively. So the same way, similarly, a powerful genie lived inside the lamp. A powerful genie lived inside the lamp. What kind of genie? Powerful. And you know Aladdin's story? He had black eyes and a big round belly. So in that, the genie was described like this. He had black eyes and a big round belly. Belly, you know, the stomach. He had a big round belly. And he promised to grant Aladdin 3 wishes. How many wishes? 3 wishes. So all the encircled words are describing words. They are powerful, black, big, round, belly, 3. These are all what are called? They are called as describing words, children. Okay. So describing words or adjectives tell us what kind of, how many, what color, shape, etc. persons, places, and things are, or things are. These are called describing words. We have discussed them very clearly. Now, if you see the third question here, you just see the third question. So, now see the third question, children. I think you can see here. Read the following extracts from dolphins, that is unit you have learned, no, animal world, and the guard of river, that is unit of nature cares, of my English reader, and underline the describing words. We have gone through these lessons, children, so you remember. So coming to the dolphins lesson, dolphins are usually gentle, but sometimes they get angry. When they are angry, they make loud clapping noise with their jaws. So in this, we have to underline the describing words. So what are dolphins are? Usually here dolphins are nouns. Now we are going to describe them. So what words are used to describe the dolphins? Let us see. Dolphins are usually gentle. So they are gentle, but sometimes they get angry. So angry dolphins, gentle dolphins. So these are the words used to describe. Still, what are those? When they are angry, already underlined, they make loud clapping noise. Now we are describing the dolphin's noise. How it is? Loud clapping noise. Okay, with their jaws. So this is about the dolphin and the describing words used in the lesson dolphin, a paragraph. Now coming to the B bit, he was tall and fair and held a golden pot in his hand, but he looked sad. He was tall. Actually, remember the god of river lesson? Yeah, the god of river was described tall and fair, right? Now here he actually is a pronoun. Now the pronoun is described here. Tall and fair and held a golden pot. What kind of pot? Golden pot in his hand. But he looked, how the man was described. He was very sad. So underline sad. I think you're doing along with me, right? So are you following? Shall I go for the next thing? Yeah. Coming to this, the fourth bit here. Fill in the blanks with suitable describing words from the aid box. And some words were given. Blue, beautiful, too, fat, ugly, golden, cruel. Cinderella, you know Cinderella story, she was girl from a fairy tale, right? Cinderella, yeah. The king, Cinderella had a stepmother, and she was harassed by her stepmother, and then she was called for a ball dance. The king fell in love with Cinderella. She comes back home. He finds the shoe of Cinderella and finds it's a big story. So a small paragraph was given. When we have time, we'll definitely go with Cinderella story, right? Cinderella was a dash girl. So here, blue girl, two girl, fat, ugly, beautiful, golden, cruel. But according to the story, Cinderella was a beautiful girl. So I'm going to write beautiful here. That is this word I have chosen, right? She had, what she had? Dash hair. She had golden hair, gold color hair. Actually, she was very beautiful, but she was not treated good. Golden hair and dash eyes. She had blue color eyes, blue eyes. You must have watched her in the cartoons, right? She lived with her dash stepsisters. How many stepsisters she had? She had two stepsisters. They both were ugly, and also what they were ugly and fat. So they both were ugly and also they were fat. So they did not like Cinderella. Why? Because she was very beautiful than them. So they did not like her. But beauty is not the destination, children. The story was like that. But either you are beautiful or not, or whatever it is, our mindset is important. Our way of thinking should be beautiful. Yes or no, children? Here. So, and they did not like Cinderella. Even her stepmother was cruel towards her. Cruel means very ill treated. Cinderella's stepmother treated her very badly. Okay, so that is about the fourth part. Right now, coming to worksheet 2, read the following story. Some nouns or the naming words have been underlined, and circle the describing words for each of the underlined nouns. The poor lady and the little lamb. So we have a story where some nouns are underlined. That nouns are described. There are some describing words are used. For those nouns, we shall find out them. We shall trace them and we shall circle them. Once upon a time, there lived an old lady. What kind of lady? Old lady. So it was already circled. She was very poor. How? She was very poor. Like how the lady was? She was described as what kind? Like poor lady, under circle poor. She led a lonely life. What kind of life? Lonely life. So circle lonely. One day she got a little lamb. What kind of lamb? Little lamb with green eyes. What kind of eyes? Green eyes and white fur. What kind of fur? White fur. So these all you have to circle. The kind lady started looking after the lovely lamb. What kind of lady? Very kind lady. Kind you should circle. Started looking after the lovely lamb. How was the lamb? Very lovely. Then one day a man who had red eyes. What kind of eyes? Eyes were underlined here. Red eyes and a long beard. Long beard. Okay, so I have to circle long. Came to the old lady's small hut. Okay, small hut. Hut is underlined here. I can circle old also, but here lady is not underlined, right? He told the lonely lady. What he told? Lonely lady. What kind of lady? Lonely lady. So circle it. That he was the owner of the lovely lamb. He was the owner of the lovely lamb. So underline and circle lovely. The lady heard this and became sad. Seeing this, the man told her that he had come there only to see if the elderly lady, what kind of lady? Very elderly lady, was taking proper care of the small lamb. So what kind of lamb? Small lamb. He did not want to take the innocent lamb. Innocent means it doesn't know anything. Very innocent. Not so clever. Don't know what to do when a situation poses her. Innocent lamb back. The old lady. What kind of lady again? A old lady. Circle it. Thanked the kind man. How was the man? The man came, but he did not take the lamb, even though he was the owner of the lamb. So he was very kind. So circle kind and lived happily thereafter. So this is the story, and we have circled the describing words in this. Right, children? Now coming to the next part, that is 26th page. Work with your partner and write at least 5 describing words each for the following. One example is given for you. Here you don't have a partner in the class, you will be having a partner, so you do it yourself. It's okay, you can do it. Bag. I'm the partner for you now, right? New bag, torn bag, big bag. You can use more describing words like heavy, I can use heavy bag. Then I can write old bag, or I can write yellow bag, red bag, a color. You can use a color for that. That way you can describe the bag, children. So how will you describe the grapes here? Yeah, I want to describe the grapes as juicy grapes. Then I will describe the grapes as sour grapes. Sometimes grapes can be sweet. You can write sweet grapes. I can write black grapes. You can write green grapes. Then some grapes will be rotten. So you can write rotten grapes. Rotten means spoiled. And I can write the another thing is like, fresh grapes. You can write fresh grapes. Or you can write green grapes, as I said, right? Okay. Sweet grapes, I said. Black grapes, green grapes, anything you can write. That way you can describe. Interesting, right? House. When you know describing words, you can write a paragraph very beautifully, children. Describing words help a lot and give beauty to the paragraph or the story you present. Okay. House. What kind of house? I'll be writing like it's a new house. I can write it as new house. I can write it as an old house. Or I can write it as a beautiful house. Yes or no? You can write your own adjectives, children. Need not write what I am writing. Beautiful house, then it's like, house, a large house, a big house. Not large, big house, right? And I can write here like new house, old house, beautiful house, big house, a lovely house. Yes, if you think, you will get. I'm also thinking, you also think. Day. The class, if we were in the class, I think we would get more and more adjectives, right? Day. Day. It's a funny day, you can write. Or you can write it as a sunny day. Then you can write it as like a good day, right? Then you can write it is like a gloomy day. Gloomy means very dull, right? A gloomy day. Or you can write it as like funny day, sunny day, good day, gloomy day, or something like wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, we say. Have a good day. It was a very funny day. It's a sunny day, you can write. Okay, full day was sunny, so you can write like that. So that way you can describe the adjectives. Coming to the king. How can you describe a king? A royal king. King is a royal. Okay, you can say it's very royal. You can describe the king as royal king. Old king, the king was very old, so you can write it as old king. Then clever king. Some kings behave very foolish, so I'll write him as like foolish king. Then some kings, like I'll write like a kind king. He was very kind. Some kings will be very kind. I can describe the king as very kind king. Okay, clever king, smart king. Like that you can describe, right? Coming to the next part, that is neighbor. Neighbor. So you can write like how can you describe your neighbors? Like maybe suppose a cruel neighbor, right? Then you can write a new neighbor. Somebody new neighbors came here, so you can write new neighbor. Then some neighbors will be very helpful, so you can write helpful neighbor, right? Then you can write cruel. Then you can write something like, friendly neighbors, friendly neighbor. And you can write like a clever neighbor. A neighbor, so the neighbors are very clever, so you can describe like that. Foolish neighbors. Anyway, you can describe in your own words, children. I have written my adjectives. You can write on your own also. Okay, up to here I'm stopping. You complete this. Okay, children, and we will be continuing the next part in the next session. Up to here you complete along with me and check your answers later also. Thank you so much, children. Have a nice time.